trying to investigate the situation of the safety performance in the construction industry in Saudi Arabia. The scope was actually bigger than only construction, but I have decided, I mean, it was across all industries, and then due to the limited time, I had to only scope into the construction. As you know, the pain and suffering caused by thousands of workplace injuries and disease each year is clearly unacceptable. Workplace injuries and disease cost the nation billions of dollars in worker compensation and medical costs, and as well it reduces the productivity and lose growth opportunities as well. These days, new technologies and global economic pressure and the challenges of assuring worker safety and health will continue to increase. That create a greater demand for highly trained, highly skilled, and highly motivated safety professionals. The construction industry is known as the most dangerous sector due to its work environment. Unlike other industries such as manufacturing, construction sites change according to plenty of factors such as the contractor requirements or weather conditions. The construction work environment directly and seriously impact people's health and life. According to International Labour Organization, 2.3 million fatalities worldwide happened just only in 1 year, that is 2015, and over 300 million fatal accidents in 2010. Contemporary research these days focus on shaping favorable safety culture for construction. However, it's not enough. The research still has to be deeper and keep going. For the Saudi construction industry, the high living standards in Saudi Arabia have generated plenty of construction employment opportunity in addition to the government policy that encourage swift growth. The kingdom has seen a remarkable boom in the construction industry in the past, the last 2 decades. The growth of towns has accelerated due to a large and increased population. Sizable and complex projects have been built, attracting consultants and contractors from all over the world. Most of the consultants in Saudi Arabia, and contractors that have recently moved to Saudi Arabia appear to lack a sufficient understanding of the social, culture, and physical environment of Saudi Arabia. This situation is coupled with inexperienced building owners that has led to inadequate design, resulting in many challenges to the plans, certification, and contractor, including safety requirements. In Saudi Arabia, construction processes are based on several international codes. However, and sadly, a major portion of them do not follow any standard. In Saudi Arabia, as I said, in 1 year only, there were over 2,000 deaths. That's a lot, when you have over 2,000, even like in wars, you cannot reach that number. While that collection and reporting method vary from country to country, this is very interesting. A comparative study revealed that out of the sample of construction industries injuries in United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Kuwait, Jordan, and Bahrain. Saudi Arabia has the highest rate of major injuries as well as the highest rate of fatal injuries among these countries. Considering that Saudi Arabia is a rich country, it's a member of G20, and although of the rich, the money, and the experience, they still lack improving the safety in the country. A widespread absence of the safety culture was implicated as a major force behind these high rates. Although reporting system for injuries in Saudi Arabia is not effective, the Saudi Arabian General Organization for Social Insurance collect this data and annually provide statistics. The showing table presents the number and percentage of work injuries distributed by economic activities in Saudi Arabia between 2007 and 15, and it clearly indicates that the injury rate for the construction industry is extremely high, with an average of about 50% compared to the average injury percentage in the other industries that are shown in the table. A number of studies have examined safety performance in Saudi Arabia. Those studies are still limited so far. Since almost 1980 till now, it's still about like less than 15 research have been performed or conducted in the field of safety. For example, Janadi and Suderi in 1995 used lagging indicators and injury rate as an instrument, and if they compare small companies with large companies, and they found that large companies have better safety, but still lacking a lot of to begin improving Saudi Arabian safety practice, it's necessary to specifically consider the concept of safety culture. What does this term mean in practice? Some research points out that this concept is not unitary in nature, and multiple and competing models have been developed to describe safety. For example, reciprocal safety models have been developed by Asbury. View safety culture as an emerging from an interaction between individual, environment, situation, and behavior. Cooper, which is a legend in the field of safety culture, ascribed to a version of the reciprocal model, describes safety culture as a little more than a subset. In turn, culture is tricky and it needs a lot of research. Given its spread and conceptually fraught definition and theories model of action, safety for safety, it should come as an surprise that safety culture is not sufficient with respect to ensuring that workers ultimately behave in safe ways. For this reason, formalized procedural systems are crucial in improving organization safety profile. Safety systems are ideally clear and logical and based on evidence without damaging system organization productivity.
So what you're saying, there's a system in place that's not always being applied to?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what what is the company going to do to get that system to work, everyone to work together?
Based on from my experience and what I did in my research, I found that the management commitment is the key in this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, management commitment is the key.
So in other words, you feel like you already have the buy-in from the employees.
Yes.
They love their job, they'll do whatever you say.
Yeah.
That's quite opposite here.
Yeah.
In the United States, it's a little bit opposite.
Yes, it is.
So, okay.
It is.
That's good. It's good to know that though.
We're still behind. We're still behind.
I got you. Great.
For the purpose of just because this is just a brief of my research, so yeah.
That's fine, no. But I'm a question guy, so.
Yeah, that's okay. So the purpose is to address accident and injury issues and promote the safety of solid construction industry. Also, this study will acknowledge the diverse issue related to the current increasing number of accidents and injuries that occur on solid construction. Janadi in 1998 found that construction site level of safety depends on project size. Large project constructed by large international companies usually have better practices compared to other. Why? Because those international companies usually bring their own safety team, safety standards. I know, for example, for the Saudi Aramco, the Saudi oil company, most of their contractors are from the United States. Those companies apply OSHA insularly.
Okay. So they're actually using the OSHA regulations there.
Yes.
But it's not a requirement by your country.
It's not.
But
Okay.
but it does prevent.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. So that's why. So when I compare, so this is case studies. Okay. Why those companies, their employees are Saudis as well from the same environment. Okay, are applying the safety rules. They're doing better in this. Why once you cross the walls of those project sites, the situation is completely different. So this is give a sign that once you apply some standards, you apply some, so you would see some improvement.
So real quick question. So the country does not enforce their own safety regulations, but they will allow you to use OSHA regulations?
They have standard, okay, but the Saudi standard is not comparable to OSHA.
Okay.
For example, the OSHA is over for 1,500 pages.
Yeah.
But when we compare they have now a new one. So like 3 years ago, they have only 7 pages. Only seven.
Okay.
Only 7 in that point. Okay, you have to wear helmets. You have to.
Yeah.
Now they come up with 200 pages.
200?
Yeah,
Okay.
but still, it's not enough. In survey, the problem survey, they don't see safety as certified safety, no certified skilled laborers. Usually the safety training is minimum. The country lack of safety professionals and instructor, and almost zero safety programs at all Saudi schools, college, and universities. There are over 40 universities in Saudi Arabia. None of them provide safety programs. None. Zero.
Okay, on the third one down, it says certified safety skilled laborers. Would that mean no certified safety skilled laborers?
Those who work as a safety professional, they're not certified.
Okay, so it's not, it's no, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So for my study, I'm using leading indicators. So what I mean by lagging and leading indicators, the number of accidents, injury, lost work costs are important indicators of the safety of given workplace. Those are lagging indicators. However, this type of data reflects only the consequences of unsafe workplace and provide little insight into the root cause actually responsible for the safety incident. But lead indicators, on the other hand, focus on those steps and process that are designed to prevent an accident or loss from happening in the first place. Benchmark that focus on specific safety process-related behavior and activities are more likely to have a positive influence on the workplace. In other words, lagging indicators, leading is a proactive. So you have to do something before the accident happens. But for lagging indicators, you see the result. So you are not preventing accidents from happening. So that's why you are looking for how many number of accidents that was happening in the past, the injury rate that happened in the past, lost work costs that happened in the past.
So you use that as an indicator.
That's the lagging. I'm not using the lagging indicators. It's coming up on the next slide. I'm using leading indicators. Leading indicators is a proactive, like for example, the situation of safety training, the safety. We'll see now. That's right. Those leading indicators provide employees and managers with immediate feedback on actions that can result in unsafe workplace conditions or lead to incident or injuries. Equally important, leading indicators offer an important check on the integrity of systems and process designed to foster safe working conditions. What do we mean by indicate is to point out, to make known, show, be a sign of, or suggest a call of treatment. Indicator could be a person or thing that points out or indicates. Lead to guide, go in front. That's what I mean. It's a proactive. So to go
Would that be the lead? Would that be from the safety person or the worker?
from the safety person.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So lead indicators is a measure of condition or activities that are believed to precede and consequently affect injury rates, and it's a metric used for its ability to measure incremental progress or quality, or to indicate the direction of future result. It's a predictive. You predict the situation. You predict whether you will have an accident or no. There are some characteristics of leading indicators in safety. They measure those behavior and activities that can directly lead to improve workplace safety. They are understood and accepted by employees and managers as directly relevant to workplace safety. Their focus and intent is closely aligned with an organization's strategies, goals, and objectives, and they are cost effective and easy to measure and use. Unlike lagging indicators that measure the impact of workplace safety incidents after the fact, leading indicators proactively draw attention to specific behaviors and activities. And accordingly, leading indicators serve as an effective warning mechanism enabling employees and managers to take action in advance of damage, injuries, or other harms. In addition, lag indicators typically fail to provide sufficient information on the actual causes of workplace safety. This is example for everyday indicators. The daily temperature, your car,
speedometer.
Those are just indicators. So, for my research, I developed a model using the leading indicators. The conceptual model described here draws upon a number of sources within the safety and system engineering literature in order to present an intuitive but nonetheless evidence-based representation of the essential connection and relationship structuring safety performance in this unique context. To meet systemically integrating safety practices grounded in existing scholarly knowledge, conceptually congruent with methodological approach.
Questions. Now, when you're addressing each of those questions, would you review the system itself and how the injuries are compounded and come up with a resolution or solution?
I have a 3 research questions in my study. Okay, so when I develop this model, okay, it has to answer those questions. So when I'm done my research and I have the results, I have to go back and review whether to answer it or not. If not, I have to review it again and
Right.
again.
That's perfect. That's fine. Because that's in my system, then I would have the next to the last one address the research question. In my opinion, that should be your last one.
Yeah.
But that is very good. Though. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here for the feedback. That's why.
Yeah.
Thank you. So for the constitutional model, it was selected from, the factors were selected from the Ontario Leading Indicator Project, OLIP. This is a project done by Institute of Work and Health in Ontario. They have done a great job. They come up with a comprehensive safety survey available for everyone and suitable for all industries. In total, 10 construct factors were defined out of 48, and the 66 item out of 130 in order to shorten the survey. So it was like, with 130 was too much. Defined for the 10 factors. This is the model. Is designed to highlight the way in which the occupational health and safety management system, OHSMS, serve as a basis to predict safety performance through 3 factors: the safety, safety leadership, and safety climate and hazard management. Those factors are a component of the safety management system.
Okay, hold on one second. Real quick. The independent variables here, what you have here in the second part, you have planning, and you have policy, promotion, training, communication, awareness, and you have monitoring and review.
Those are the independent
Yeah, right. That goes there. Okay. But are those in the exact order that you think? Planning first, policy?
No.
Okay, good.
Not in order.
Because
Yeah. So what I mean here, this is the PL, the safety planning. So safety planning will have a positive impact on leadership and then to the safety performance. That is safety performance. Policy will have also positive impact on leadership. For the safety promotion has 2 positive impacts on leadership and safety climate. But when we see the training, the safety training, it has a direct impact on the safety performance.
exactly.
Yeah. So it does have some impact on the safety climate. But when we look at the safety performance, it's better to direct to the safety.
Okay, what I like about that is that you have the training, it goes directly, but you also have promoted. That's what companies don't do right now. They'll say, we have to do safety, but there's actually no promotion.
So that's the safety promotion here. So when I was looking, when I did the literature about this, So most of them, they say it does impact the safety performance through safety climate or safety culture.
The culture is exactly right.
The culture. So the safety climate and our safety culture, usually they're different, but they're same.
Well, it's almost like you're formulating them together.
Exactly.
If you can get that happen, then you've got a winning program.
Exactly, and that's why I say the safety promotion has a positive impact on safety performance through the safety climate. You cannot just improve the safety performance without promoting the safety culture at the workplace.
I'll add one more thing, and I apologize.
No.
But I really like this. I really like that. But I would also put, how can you monitor the buy-in of the employees and the buy-in from the company itself? Because sometimes it's like, oh, we're status quo, we're doing okay, the injuries are down, but yet somebody's not reporting something, or someone's forcing someone to do something. So in my opinion, we need to have some type, that would be, with this model, add in something to where you're monitoring the buy-in. Is the buy-in really true?
It's there.
Under
Yeah.
control, monitoring, and review.
Right.
It's
But, yeah, but I understand that, but.
it has a direct impact on safety performance.
Right, okay, I know, but I'm still, I'm a little loose on this, but,
Question and identifying potential factors to examine and develop the proposed model. The questionnaire designed to study current safety practices in the revenue industry, ranking and determining the importance of each problem or factors, and this is adapted from Olive, modified questionnaires. It's going to be distributed by email and personal visit in the area of Jazan and Jeddah, and it will be produced in both Arabic and English. And this research has already granted the research ethic board. Why is it like I need to go to do a personal visit? Because I did the research before when I did my master. People did not respond to emails. Did not respond to. So the response rate was only 8% when I sent it by 8%, only 8.
Wow.
When I sent it by email. So and then I went by myself. Okay, hey, this is me doing research in this, and I need your help. Why? Just a brief conversation, and then I increased the response rate from 8% to 68 or 67 percent. So it's going to be tough, but hopefully it will work. This research or model will be analyzed by SEM, structural equation modeling. The use of SEM, EFA, and CFA analyze and validate the research proposed model. Initially, EFA factor analysis, exploratory factor analysis, and confirmatory factor will be used to find and prove the structure of a model that is robust. SEM is then used to investigate and refine the relationship in the model. EFA is defined as an order simplification of a measure that are not interrelated, so it to explore potential underlying factor structure of a set of variables, and to examine only a single relationship at a time, and to explore the constructability. And it's a way to generate theories rather than test them. It's a preliminary technique. It doesn't provide complete assessment of constructability, so that is the job of the next model, which is a CFA, complementary factor analysis. The analysis of the conceptual model will be in three steps. parameters of the model, and second, to assess the fit of the model. In other words, to assess whether the model itself provides good fit to the data. Once the model has been properly reviewed and valid through EFA and CFA, the structure of the model needs to be tested, testing the theories, the theoretical hypothesis being examined, and latent causal relationship. This can be using UES data. Again, ESM, brief about ESM, is a statistical methodology with a basis in a latent variable theory. It evaluates the relationships in the model and tests the hypothesis among variables, estimates that coefficient of the model, and test theoretical model, and is considered adequate for this type of studies. It's helpful as a confirmatory technique with strong mathematical and statistical grounds. It has been posited as a favorable choice for analyzing non-experimental data and describe the relationship of variables through a visual diagram. It has two main parts, the measurement model and a structure model, as we can see in the next slide. This is a measurement model. So every single factor, like for example, in my model, I have 10 factors. That means I have 10 measurement submodels, and then there is a structure model that is consists of only the variables. The factors without their variables. For example, this one, if I say this is safety leadership, they have 10 questions, survey questions. Most are the survey questions. So, and I have to use a Likert scale from totally agree to totally disagree. Each one ranked from 1 to 5, and it ranks them based on these numbers. It has been, there are 4 benefits. Other multivariate technique does not do it. It's explicitly estimate parameter of error, use observe and unobserved latent variables, and useful features such as the ability to model relationships that are multivariate and estimate indirect effects. SPSS and its supplemental aims will be used. Reliability and validity analysis will be implemented, of course, through EFA and CFA. The validity refers to the extent to which the data collected truly measure what it means to measure. This is the test of the model when I did in Amos. You can see this is the main factors, and those are the questions. This is the question models. And for limitation, there are certain limitations may exist in this study that are related to traits of external and internal validity. The data that will be collected may not be large enough, either it may decrease the external and internal validity of the study. Another limitation that may be raised is the use of items of high theoretical real